Achtung. Welcome to A Picture Paints 1,000 Words with me, Al Murray, and James Holland, the We Have Ways offshoot in which we discuss photographs from the Second World War, striking images that we hope tell a story. And what have you got today, Jim?
Well, I've got a photograph from Operation Husky, and this is the American landing at Gela on the south coast of Sicily, and one of the features of that day, of D-Day, was just the appalling weather, really. I mean, it wasn't kind of appalling weather as in D-Day in Normandy, in so much that it was raining and grey and all the rest of it. It was quite sunny, but it was very, very windy. And boy, can you see it in this photograph. You can see that,
yes, I mean,
all the landing craft are at 6s and 7s, aren't they?
Yeah, well, yes. I mean, the Mediterranean famously is meant to be a mill pond, isn't it? But this is clearly not the case, isn't it?
Yeah, and what is it about Allies doing landings that they always seem to do it in really bad weather? When the vast majority of the time it's fine. And I just love this because it's so vivid, and it just shows you, doesn't it, that the problems they've got on D-Day is actually getting these landing craft to actually sit where they need to be, which is at 90 degrees to the seashore, and they're not. They're kind of parallel with the seashore because they're being knocked about by the wind. They're completely uncontrollable, and they're having to resort to unloading these landing craft by hand by creating a human chain, and it's sort of suggestive of just how desperate the situation is.
It's really, I mean, you look at the row of landing craft all the way back. The angles they're at, that not one of them has come in straight and level, which is obviously the idea, because they're like, I mean, they're like shoe boxes, aren't they? These boats, and they don't draw anything, so necessarily they're going to be hard to navigate. And I would have thought that even the slightest wind will blow them sideways, won't they? In whichever direction the wind is going. I mean,
I just remember when I was researching all this, and people were talking about the weather and talking about the conditions and all the rest of it. I remember at that point when I was sort of looking at all this, I then came across this photograph and I went, okay, that's what the conditions were like. Because this picture shows you with incredible vividness exactly, you can look at that photograph and you can imagine yourself sitting on that beach. You can feel the spray coming over you, can't you? You can feel the wind going through your ears. Yeah,
and that boat's kicking about, and the guy on the end is the first bloke in the queue is taking the supplies off that boat. That boat may kick up at him and break his leg. It looks like a sort of serene, organised scene, but actually there's some disorganisation here and some danger with that boat bucking about. I mean, it also shows you the lot of the infantryman is that if he's not in a foxhole being mortared or being shot at or having to come up out of that foxhole and attack people, he's lugging crap about. He's doing jobs. He's filling in. He's standing around thinking, "Why the bloody hell am I doing here?" I mean, the bloke on the far left-hand side of the queue. Those two lads are clearly thinking, "God, literally thinking, sod this for a game of soldiers."